Hi, welcome. I'm Nicole, and I'm so happy you are here. Grab a drink, grab a little snacky snack, and let's get into today's video. Today is January 1st, which means we need our January TBR. I thought it would be fun to let a color wheel decide what we're going to read this month. Now, my goal to read is 75 books this year, so we're going to be picking out 6 books. I am currently in the middle of The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I am on page 162, and I should finish this either tonight or tomorrow. Now, these 3 shelves are the yearly TBR picks for this year. So we are going to see what our first pick is. Okay, so we got light blue. So we have a couple options here. We have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. We have The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen, the brand. And then we have, I'm trying to match like the perfect color to what is shown. There is Malibu Rising, but I do kind of want to save this for a more warm month and not an ice cold month. I'm going to pick The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hildebrand. And I went ahead and cleared this shelf off. I'm going to go ahead and also add The Paris Apartment. Next we have Teal. So the only thing that I can really see that's like super teal is Daisy Hates, but I have not read the series yet, so I'd have to start with the first book. And then the next closest I would say is In the Lives of Puppets, but I'm not sure. It looks like In the Lives of Puppets is not part of any other series. So I think we're gonna go with this one, which is super exciting. I read Under the Whispering Door, and that's the only thing that I've read of TJ Klune. So I'm excited to see what his other books are like. So we are going to add that one. Okay, I didn't even see either of these. I don't know why I was not looking up here for the blue or the teal. We did also have The Royals Next Door, or this one was a really light blue, is better than the movies, but I do think that I'm going to stick with The Hotel Nantucket because I am excited about that one. Okay, next we got green. In the holidays, we're going to save that for Christmas. Daisy Hates, again, can't read that one. Before We Forget Kindness, I think that this might be not the next book in the series. Okay, so this one is also not the next one in the series, so we can't pick that one. And I'm not seeing another green, which is actually crazy. There is this, okay, so this one has a little bit of green in it. I feel like, the whole inside is green, so I'm assuming, yes, if we take this off, this one is green. I don't know if that's cheating, but I seriously don't have any other green books to choose from. We're going to pick Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber, and this will be our third book. Next, we have Deep Purple. Okay, I think that the only option, which, oh no, we have 2 options. Okay, so we have Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh. This is the 5th book in the Boys of Tommen series, and I have gotten to chapter 12, so I'm really just like at the very beginning, but I would honestly probably start it over if I picked this one. And then we also have How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. Oh man, okay. So this one sounds actually really amazing, and I don't know if I want to get absolutely crushed this month and then possibly go into a reading slump. So I'm actually going to go with How to Stop Time. It says that Tom Hazard has just moved back to London to settle down and become a history teacher, but while he may look like an ordinary 41-year-old owing to a rare condition, He's been alive for centuries. He has lived history firsthand, performing with Shakespeare, exploring the high seas with Captain Cook, and sharing cocktails with Fitzgerald. Now he just wants a normal life. Unfortunately for Tom, the Albatross Society, the secretive group that protects people like him, has one rule: never fall in love. But on his first day, he meets a captivating French teacher who seems fascinated by him. And now the one thing Tom can't have just happens to be the one thing that might save him. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go, such a hard pick. I'm going to go with How to Stop Time. Okay, next we have Indigo. Okay. So the one that looks like, see, but is that two different? I feel like I should know if these books are standalones or not. For Indigo, I'm thinking this one, Carrie Soto's back, has a little bit of indigo at the top, but it is pretty much all yellow. And then we have the Rewind, but this more looks like a deep blue than an indigo. So I'm thinking this is going to be our winner. This is a novel love story by Ashley Poston. I read The 7-Year Slip and absolutely loved it. 6 stars. It was one of my favorite books of all time. However, then I went and I read The Dead Romantics and I DNF'd it. I do have it on here. Where is it? I do have The Dead Romantics down here because I do want to give it another shot because I read it before I read 7-Year Slip. So I'm excited to see if I'm going to like another book by her. Okay, so we have one more pick, and it's Amber. Okay. So let's see. We don't have any up here. We have Carrie Soto is back. We have Anxious People. Or we can't do Love Theoretically because that is part of a series. I think I'm going to go with Anxious People. So last year I read Beartown, and I haven't read anything else by Friedrich Bachman, but I'm hoping that it's good. I did like Beartown. I can't say that I didn't, but I did get bored at times, and I hope that that's not the case with this one, but I am excited to read another book by him. Let's do a recap on our picks. So, of course, we are finishing The Paris Apartment. We are currently in the middle of it. We have The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hildebrand. We have In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. We have Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. We have How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. We have A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. And lastly, we have Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. I am super excited about these picks for the month. I think that it would be super cool to follow it. Now, I don't always follow a monthly TBR, but I think it's important to set one just to have a goal for the month. I'm going to add it to my book journal. Future Nicole here. I did decide to go in and, in fact, add them to my book journal. I'm just adding pieces of scrapbook paper to either side just to give it more color. I did go back and forth on whether I wanted to just draw everything in and color it or if I wanted to give it more of a scrapbook feel and decided to go the scrapbook way. Next, I'm just adding in copy paper to help the books I'll be printing off later to really stand out. I'm so happy I went with this striped scrapbook paper because it was really easy to line the white paper up. Next, I just wrote out TBR with pink marker on copy paper and cut it out, and now I am gluing it to the top of the page. I do want to do a TBR spread on the left side and a wrap page on the right side. I added washi tape to the bottom just to give it a little bit more pizzazz. Here, I'm just doing the same thing with the words wrap up. I did want to make sure I zoomed in on this so that you could see the letters don't blend in as bad as they seem they do. Of course, they look better in person. I do wish that I would have had a glue stick because it was a little hard with the double-sided tape. Here I'm just adding washi tape to this side as well. Usually I don't like washi tape because it doesn't stick very well, but this gave me no problems. Now here I am adding stickers to the pages, but I do end up taking them off. I just was not feeling this at all. I did print off these photos of the covers with my Canon IB mini printer, and I did go ahead and print off a mini color wheel as well, just to give us a reminder of how we picked our TBR out this month. Now, I did rearrange these covers a gazillion times. I just was not feeling any layout. It would just probably because it was with 7 book titles and it just wasn't going the way that I wanted to go. I did end up choosing, I think, maybe my second option and going back to it. So I just went ahead and glued these onto the page. Now here I am adding a just a little border around each cover. I did use a piece of paper at the beginning to use as a ruler, but I just ended up giving up halfway and just freehanding it. I do want to be able to color in this border with pink if I read it or not, just to visualize. Now I'm going to send you back to past Nicole. I can't wait to see at the end of the month how all of this wraps up and if I find any 5-star reads. Now, if you made it this far and you listened to me out that entire time, thank you. I love you. See you in another video. Bye.